Bought a new laptop to work more efficiently. Bought a new laptop to work more efficiently. Can we go forward 2 weeks? Can we go forward 2 weeks? The house is indescribable. The house is indescribable. Can you ever settle down? Can you ever settle down? Don't we attend every month? Don't we attend every month? The report was found to be inconclusive and further investigation was required. The report was found to be inconclusive and further investigation was required. Don't they cook? Don't they cook? His wife was a bus driver. His wife was a bus driver. He is close. He is close. Didn't you diversify? Didn't you diversify? I'm going to the dentist. I'm going to the dentist. I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to go home. His nephew was a rider. His nephew was a rider. I may not always look. I may not always look. Aren't we going to report in a month? Aren't we going to report in a month? Is his daughter a forester? Is his daughter a forester? He's late for the airport. He's late for the airport. It's a rainy day. It's a rainy day. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. They look like a famous celebrity. They look like a famous celebrity. When did he leave? When did he leave? Do you understand? Do you understand? Your stepfather is an analyst. Your stepfather is an analyst. She has been doing ballet since she was a child. She has been doing ballet since she was a child. I have to pick up my son from school. I have to pick up my son from school. With the help of John and his teams, we made the first launch this week. With the help of John and his teams, we made the first launch this week. Can you please help me with this? Can you please help me with this? Did he say anything to you? Did he say anything to you? They do not encourage. They do not encourage. They live in the house in my building. They live in the house in my building. He always helps his neighbors. He always helps his neighbors. Was your son a journalist? Was your son a journalist? They don't like horror movies, and neither do we. They don't like horror movies, and neither do we. He's shopping at the market. He's shopping at the market. Despite the delay, we came to the party with pleasure. Despite the delay, we came to the party with pleasure. Could he believe a minute ago? Could he believe a minute ago? How much does a bag of coffee cost? How much does a bag of coffee cost? To consume. To consume. Will they provide? Will they provide? These are easy exercises. These are easy exercises. As a result, I believe everyone should have access to affordable healthcare. As a result, I believe everyone should have access to affordable healthcare. I need to cut my hair. I need to cut my hair. If you don't water the plants, they will die. If you don't water the plants, they will die. We continue with all tickets. We continue with all tickets. I will not cry next year. I will not cry next year. He wants to learn English. He wants to learn English. Take 2 pills a day. Take 2 pills a day. Students take notes during the lesson. Students take notes during the lesson. What do you think about our company? What do you think about our company? He doesn't like coffee. He doesn't like coffee. Wasn't one afternoon developer? Wasn't one afternoon developer? Her neighbor was a model. Her neighbor was a model. I will never blame you for what happened. I will never blame you for what happened. His half-sisters were mechanics. His half-sisters were mechanics. You have to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. Can you help me find a quiet place to make a phone call? Can you help me find a quiet place to make a phone call? The supermarket opens at 8 a.m. The supermarket opens at 8 a.m. He will then study for his exam in the library. He will then study for his exam in the library. My father left home before I came. My father left home before I came. We visited the museum many times. We visited the museum many times. I am very pleased. I am very pleased. Is our daughter a butler? Is our daughter a butler? I really can't believe I'm here. I really can't believe I'm here. Wait, Tommy. Wait, Tommy. The black cat crossed the street in front of me. The black cat crossed the street in front of me. Road map. Road map. Your brother-in-law is an astronaut. Your brother-in-law is an astronaut. I will be waiting for you at the airport. I will be waiting for you at the airport. I wish I had remembered to call my mother. I wish I had remembered to call my mother. We visited a famous art gallery. We visited a famous art gallery. Was his wife a surgeon? Was his wife a surgeon? You will watch television. You will watch television. The cat caught a mouse. The cat caught a mouse. Do you know? People come here to work with you. Okay. Do you know? People come here to work with you. Okay. Not hit? Not hit? She goes shopping after school. She goes shopping after school. You will often be the second man. You will often be the second man. Should I be a detective now? Should I be a detective now? You must return library books on time. You must return library books on time. I threw a baseball with my friends. I threw a baseball with my friends. We were butchers right away. We were butchers right away. Will it grow? Will it grow? We walked for a while in the rain until we found shelter. We walked for a while in the rain until we found shelter. They took a shower. They took a shower. Neighbor inspector. Neighbor inspector. If it's sunny tomorrow, we can have a picnic. If it's sunny tomorrow, we can have a picnic. I looked at the city below and felt so small. I looked at the city below and felt so small. Not used after 2 hours? Not used after 2 hours? Give birth. Give birth. Term. Term. Competitive. Competitive. You should not forget to take a break while working. You should not forget to take a break while working. They were playing cards at the table. They were playing cards at the table. The bus driver announced our next stop. The bus driver announced our next stop. You were a nurse. You were a nurse. When I graduate, I will be studying for 6 years. When I graduate, I will be studying for 6 years. Haven't I always been a design? Haven't I always been a design? Wouldn't he be an industrialist after 4 years? Wouldn't he be an industrialist after 4 years? Despite being nervous, she gave a great presentation. Despite being nervous, she gave a great presentation. They used computers to do their homework. They used computers to do their homework. Their spouses were psychologists. Their spouses were psychologists. I was a writer back then. I was a writer back then. How can you stay with him? How can you stay with him? Are we baristas next year? Are we baristas next year? I will drive to work tomorrow morning. I will drive to work tomorrow morning. Raw beats. Raw beats. He has enough talent to be successful in his career. He has enough talent to be successful in his career. My grandchildren are conductors. My grandchildren are conductors. In the summer they went to the beach. In the summer they went to the beach. By the end of the day, they will have sold all their products. By the end of the day, they will have sold all their products. The laptop I use for work is brand new. The laptop I use for work is brand new. Sometimes they were musicians. Sometimes they were musicians. In 10 years I will be traveling the world. In 10 years I will be traveling the world. You will immediately become the second man. You will immediately become the second man. Both options have their pros and cons. Both options have their pros and cons. I go to the restaurant to eat out with my friends. I go to the restaurant to eat out with my friends. We'll plan for 1 month ahead. We'll plan for 1 month ahead. I teach. I teach. Was his uncle a shepherd? Was his uncle a shepherd? It was delicious. It was delicious. Your nephew was ambassador. Your nephew was ambassador. Do we have to wear it at sunrise? Do we have to wear it at sunrise? He's just a forester. He's just a forester. My mother will come to us. My mother will come to us. I went to shopping. I went to shopping. We will celebrate New Year's with friends. We will celebrate New Year's with friends. They are studying for the chemistry exam. They are studying for the chemistry exam. Can't they focus on the sunset? Can't they focus on the sunset? Some of my favorite memories are from childhood. Some of my favorite memories are from childhood. Was your colleague a playwright? Was your colleague a playwright? Aren't you cream in 2 minutes? Aren't you cream in 2 minutes? All items in the list have been checked. All items in the list have been checked. You must be a magician now. You must be a magician now. Actually, I'm in prep class right now. Actually, I'm in prep class right now. He didn't get enough sleep last night and he's feeling tired. He didn't get enough sleep last night and he's feeling tired. She did yoga every day and became more flexible as a result. She did yoga every day and became more flexible as a result. I may not be a cop in 5 hours. I may not be a cop in 5 hours. Can we extend it in 4 minutes? Can we extend it in 4 minutes? His heart is good. His heart is good. If it's hot, drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. If it's hot, drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. 18 years old. 18 years old. They are important to me and I think they are important to you too. They are important to me and I think they are important to you too. The dancers will perform at the theater next weekend. The dancers will perform at the theater next weekend. If they bought tickets, they could win the lottery. If they bought tickets, they could win the lottery. I went to New York and my cousins were there too. I went to New York and my cousins were there too. I'm the manager then. I'm the manager then. Late. Late. He may not be afraid. He may not be afraid. Many trees fell after that storm. Many trees fell after that storm. He may not be able to dive after one night. He may not be able to dive after one night. He will be a doctor in the future. He will be a doctor in the future. I found my keys. I found my keys. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. He was just being so good. He was just being so good. My brother is an interviewer. My brother is an interviewer. Do you know the woman who works at the bank? Do you know the woman who works at the bank? Were his brothers pipe layers? Were his brothers pipe layers? Saturday is my favorite day of the week. Saturday is my favorite day of the week. Can't it diversify? Can't it diversify? Can I get you something else before I go? Can I get you something else before I go? Take 2 pills a day. Take 2 pills a day. I won't leave. I won't leave. A wagging dog is happy. A wagging dog is happy. Can't she love? Can't she love? White walls make the room appear larger. White walls make the room appear larger. Last year we used ABC. Last year we used ABC. Do you like playing video games? Do you like playing video games? We watched a gripping thriller. We watched a gripping thriller. I would never, ever do this. I would never, ever do this. I need help with this math problem. I need help with this math problem. Autonomy. Autonomy. What a beautiful city. What a beautiful city. Is his neighbor a lantern? Is his neighbor a lantern? I will go to the airport by bus. I will go to the airport by bus. Just as every business has its own skills, every investment has its own risks. Just as every business has its own skills, every investment has its own risks. I eat fast. I eat fast. Will join another. Will join another. Car in front of me. Car in front of me. They rode their bikes in the park. They rode their bikes in the park. Can't connect? Can't connect? Has this happened to you before? Has this happened to you before? The children are playing hide and seek. The children are playing hide and seek. They visited a museum. They visited a museum. Despite his stepdaughter was a golfer. His stepdaughter was a golfer. Hit. They are studying for the exam. They are studying for the exam. Shouldn't they leave at noon? Shouldn't they leave at noon? The banana was too ripe and I had to throw it away. The banana was too ripe and I had to throw it away. They taught me right away. They taught me right away. What is your favorite hobby? What is your favorite hobby? After 3 years they must be washed. After 3 years they must be washed. Would not fail. Would not fail. When do I clean my room? When do I clean my room? Maybe you should meet John. Maybe you should meet John. He bought a lottery ticket and won a prize as a result. He bought a lottery ticket and won a prize as a result. She knows how to cook. She knows how to cook. If he had a car, he would come to the party. If he had a car, he would come to the party. Ahead. I have a concern. I have a concern.